Hey everybody, welcome back to Life at Lakeside Unedited. You can see the one little is passed out on my back, so we'll see how long she actually naps this morning. So this episode is going to be about what to look for in your garden center in summer, and that's a little bit of there's a couple different meanings there. So number one, obviously I want to show you, because we haven't done one of these walking around vids in a while, I want to show you what we do still have in stock, because yes, we are still open even though it's summer. I know not everywhere is, and yes, we do still have plenty for you to choose from. But I also want to show you what you should be looking for in your garden center to know that you're at a good garden center, to know that you're getting the best for what you're paying. So I'm not saying that we are the only super amazing family-owned garden center around. I mean, we're up there, it's true. But there are others, and I just want to make sure that if you aren't coming here, reassess how you make life choices. No, I'm kidding. If you aren't coming here, if you can't make it to us, then I want to make sure that wherever it is that you are going, that you know what it is that you should be looking for at this point in the season, to know that those plants have been taken care of, grown to the best of that center's ability, and you are getting the best bloom for your buck. All right, so I don't know what's going on. Tell you what, guys, the humidity is not kind to the curly hair. Just if you have curly haired friends, check on them. We're not okay. So let's take a look here, see if I can turn this around. So like I said, two folds here. I'm going to show you some of what we've still got going on. So you can see I'm out in the front houses, and we still have plenty to choose from. All right, lots of summer lovers here, lots of heat, lots of humidity lovers, lots of sun lovers. These guys are my favorite for my beach friends who are looking for trailers or spreaders or baskets, because they are very tough. They don't mind, they like full sun, and they have a nice wind resistance, so they're very popular down at the beaches. These guys over here, these big leaf begonias, beautiful, not as much of a wind resistance, of course, because they do have that stem that will snap in high winds, but great for high heat and well-drained soil, which by that, of course, I mean sand, which is what half of us around here have. But what I want to show you in regards to what to look for to make sure that you're getting, that you're in a good place, is some of the things that we do here. So you can see that, first of all, we are filling in the spaces as much as we can. You can see that what we have out here are things that like lots of sun. They are things that don't mind the humidity. They are things that do well in our area. Okay, and that is huge, guys. Okay, that's huge. If you are at a garden center and they don't know what does well in your area, you probably should keep looking. Okay, if you're in an area or if you're at a garden center that they don't know what prefers sun and what prefers shade, I'm not sure where you are, but you should just come here. So I did want to show you, we got lots of vinca. Okay, that's a big one out there. See these guys out here? See all that pink and purple and white? All those beautiful colors? Those are vinca. There's some nice corals out there too that I really like. We have lots of baskets left still. Again, that's something that you want to look for in a quality garden center, is a place that doesn't, like, we don't restock, we grow these plants. Okay, so we grow these from February, sometimes March and April, depending on the round that we're talking about, because we do several rounds of planting. So we grow these plants and we move things up as we run out of the larger pots and as they need it. So that's a big thing that I'm talking about with the care of the plants around here, is to make sure that when you're in a garden center that you're looking at how these plants are being cared for. That things that need to be cut back are being cut back. That things that need to be moved up are getting moved up. Maybe not as fast as they would like to be, but if you at least see evidence that the center or the nursery is trying to move things up in size and they just don't have the staff to keep up, that's still a good sign, because at least they are trying. So they should still have some good things to check out. As you can see, we've still got lemongrass in the back there. We've still got baskets. We've still got your lantana over here, which everybody around here loves for the summer because it is super low maintenance and the deer hate it. Always a good selling point. We also have some of the flat leaf portulaca down here. Again, it's a big one for summer. Here we go, your hybrid portulacas. A big one for summer. And you can see what I mean. So that is a healthy plant. Okay? And this is not an exception to the rule. When you look around, you see that the other plants around you are also healthy. They are being watered regularly. They are being weeded when they need to be. They are being trimmed when they need to be. They are being actually taken care of throughout the season. So these are all things that you want to note as you are weighing the pros and cons of which garden center you are at. Let's take a look down here. We still got chamomile here. For my herb lovers, I've still got lots of chamomile. You see, this is the new Polish chamomile that I was telling you guys about. So this is that Zloty lawn, and you can see how it is blooming like crazy. And look at the size of those blooms. I can't get over the size of these flowers. They're so much easier to harvest. There's a ton of them. And this is not from, constant harvesting. I do come out here and pick them now and again to keep them blooming, but I really don't think that I have to because they are just going nuts. Okay. We even still have vegetables. I'm not going to interrupt in there. But we do also still have veggies. Again, it's something that you just... A quality garden center is one that's going to take into account as much as possible they're not only the area that they're in and their customers, they're going to listen to the requests that have been made over time. They're going to try and incorporate these things. Okay, so we are a small business, and that makes a big difference. But these are things that you want to take into consideration when you're looking at where to shop. So I think at this point I'm mostly just showing you guys what we have left. We still got plenty of tropicals. Now admittedly, these guys we do not grow here. The tropicals we do ship in, and the shrubs. Annuals, perennials, vegetables, herbs, all of those we plant. Every basket, every pot we plant by hand and then care for them here. Spring and summer. Got too far away from the scene. We are open from just before Easter until Christmas, so there is always something that's going to be growing in our greenhouses. There's always going to be something blooming and some color. It might not be as many things as in the beginning of the season, but there's still lots around. Of course, we are in number 7, the jungle house. You can see we've even got our poinsettia trees where we keep them over until winter. So that's pretty much it. I didn't want to do a long video, but I wanted to make sure that, one, we did another one of these walking deads to show you what we still got around. She did stay out the whole time. Because it's been a while since we've done one, and I wanted to show you guys that we do, in fact, still have things. One of those quality garden centers. We are one of your family-owned nurseries in the area that we spend a lot of time. We spend every day, 7 days a week, just about 365 out here, making sure that our plants are taken care of, that they are healthy and strong and ready to go home with you. And you can see that in the difference between our plants and other places, especially at this point in the season. Because it is later in the season, there are a lot of places that you'll be able to see where things are scraggly or scrawny or overgrown or a number of situations. But you can see the difference, and I wanted to make sure that you guys could see some of what we had going on and understand that the reason for that is the care and time and effort, as well as the materials that we put in. I've got a real quick look here for you at our shrub bed, just because we do still have some people looking for shrubs. We don't recommend generally putting shrubs in summer, mostly just for your sake. You absolutely can. You go right ahead and knock yourself out. But you have to water them consistently until they are established. So in this heat, this time of year, it's kind of tough to do. We recommend in the fall or the spring. Realistically, the fall is probably the easier because you can you can start it earlier in the season. Go ahead, get everything watered and established, and before they go into hibernation for the winter. Or if it's an evergreen, they'll be established before the winter gets here. But I am going to turn this around and show you what we've got going on with the shrub bed. Whew. Up and down the hill. Always gets me. It's a deceptive hill. It's not much of an incline, but it is enough when you're trying to talk at the same time. And keep a train of thought. That's important. So you can see, and if you don't see the shrubs or trees that you're looking for here, always just let us know, let us check it out, let us see what we can find, if we can find it available for you. Our supplier is local as well. We try to get as many things local as possible, not just to support local business, but because if they're grown locally, they're more likely to already be adjusted to our unique environment around here. Oh, didn't quite make it. There she is. So we do try to make sure that we use local materials and suppliers for as many things as possible. But again, just one of the best ways to decide if you're at a quality grower, a quality nursery, is not just to look around and see the physical evidence, but also to talk to the people working there and ask them questions. Always ask us questions. We love it. We'll answer questions for you all day. Many of you have tested that. So we don't mind. We will answer questions for you until you are absolutely satisfied that you have all of the answers that you need and all of the information that you need. But go and ask questions wherever you are, and ask them about your environment, ask them about your yard, ask them about what you need to know, what does best for you, and test their knowledge a little bit. See if they actually know what they're talking about. You should be able to figure it out pretty quickly. And like I said, this time of year it gets really obvious because you'll be able to see if the garden center is actually stocking plants that do well in the high heats like we do here, or if they're just stocking what they did at the beginning of the season. Because the things that did well in the beginning of the season aren't necessarily what's doing well now. So something to think about. And like I said, we've still got plenty of things that don't mind the heat, that love the sun. We've even got some things that'll do all right in the wind there for you. So if you are still looking for color, or if hey, you forgot to water this weekend, or just didn't want to, first of all, I don't blame you, but we did. So we've got plenty here for you to replace all of those goodies and beauties that got a little burnt. We are here, so get out and come see us and get planted.